guys, welcome back to The Bright Side. Macy here, The Bright Side Girl, and today we're going to be doing my Hikeathon announcement for 2024. Hikeathon is one of my most unique readathons, and it used to be the one that the least amount of people participated in, but the last couple years I think it's kind of found its niche. I think some people have a misconception about what Hikeathon is. So Hikeathon is a readathon I came up with because while I adore reading, it can be a mostly sedentary activity, and I really think it is so important to keep our bodies moving and active and healthy. And so this was my readathon that kind of tried to combine both of those things. However, it's also kind of turned into my spring readathon. So I have reading and physical challenges. You do not have to do any of the physical challenges, just like normal if you don't want to. This has become almost my favorite readathon of the whole year. I really have a fun time vlogging because I want to encourage people to kind of like stay active and get outside. I post my reading vlog instead of only doing one per week. I do one every 2 days. So that way you're kind of actively participating with me during the readathon a little bit more, especially here on YouTube. And I try to find new trails to go to and walking paths. It just really like inspires me. I also really love the books that we read. The challenges are a lot different than the other readathons and a little bit less niche because we've got a wide variety. So first up, Hikeathon is running Monday, May 13th through Monday, May 27th. So we're going to go through Memorial Day and do a full 15 days. This year we're doing it a little bit differently because I love so many of the reading challenges and I didn't want to change them up too much, but there were new ones that I wanted to add. We're kind of going to do this like we're Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts, and we're going to earn reading badges. So you have the option to complete all the reading badges if you can find books that kind of combine everything together, or you can pick and choose the ones you want to earn. I think I'm going to keep the same badges every year and then just maybe add some more on. I haven't exactly decided. So we have 12 reading badges that you can get and 6 physical badges. The first badge that you can earn is book with a map. This one is super easy. Any book that has a map in it. I, again, will be leaning towards spring and summer type reads for the most part, but you can read any kind of book that you want to, fantasy, middle grade, whatever you want. I do have a couple reels already on my Instagram up about this. I think I'm going to do a full recommendation video as well, so stay tuned for that. The next badge is seasonal read. So for this one, I wanted to pick books that were set in a certain season or where they talked about seasons, preferably in spring or summer, but there are a lot of books that are set entirely in one season, or there are fantasy worlds where they move different seasons depending on the world. I thought this one would just be really fun. You can kind of interpret it how you want. The next badge is bird on the cover. Again, I'm going to try to make a reel / YouTube short for this one. There are a ton of books that have birds on the cover. Again, I'll probably stick with ones that are more spring and summer oriented, but you can read whatever you want. The next reading badge is set at camp, and this one's pretty self-explanatory. Again, I'll try to have a short or possibly a full-length recommendation video for books that are set at camp. I really love the atmosphere. There are a lot of middle grade and YA and adult books that have like a camp setting, whether you're just camping at the woods or whether you're at like a summer camp. This kind of just encompasses the Hikeathon spring summer vibes for me. The next reading badge is flower on the cover. This is going to be the easiest one for you to find. I have a reel already scheduled for this one, so stay tuned for that. There are just so many options with books with flowers on the cover. The next reading badge is characters on a journey. There's a different ways you can do this. We're thinking like Lord of the Rings or Aragon, where they're like traveling for a long period and talking about it. You can also use characters that are on like a road trip, anything where they're kind of talking a lot about being on a journey. You can also use this as for like an emotional journey or a healing journey. Interpret this how you will. The next one is set in nature. So we want the majority of the book to have a nature focus. Again, the camping ones will work for this. The journey ones will kind of work for this, but whether they're in the woods or the forest or at a camp or at the beach, a lot of different options for this one. The entire book doesn't have to be set in nature, but you're kind of wanting one that has more of that vibe. The next one I'm so excited about, and that is a book with a treasure hunt. Again, I will try to have a recommendation video for this or a reel. We want the characters searching for something in the book. So it doesn't have to be a straight up treasure hunt, but you want them to try to be finding something. There are a lot of fantasy books, a lot of contemporary books. I thought this was such a fun one to incorporate. Next is mountain on the cover. This one's going to be a tiny bit trickier, but there are quite a few that have some kind kind of mountain in the background or on the cover. So keep on the lookout for those. Next is a survival read. I already have a reel, I think, and a YouTube video out for this one. I kind of lean more towards like an apocalypse situation, or we're like alone in the woods and we get stranded, camping goes wrong, your plane crashes on an island, all those different kinds of things. Next we have bug on the cover. Another one I am super excited for. There are so many books that I love that have a bug on the cover, whether it be the main focus or like a tiny portion of the cover. Again, I have a reel scheduled for this one. And then the last reading badge is elemental magic. So anything where the characters have magic involving water, earth, wind, or fire. Again, I'll try to put a recommendation video out for this one. I think I may already have like a reel or a short. Since we've got so many challenges, I won't have recommendations for every single one, but I'll do my best. And make sure you're following me on Instagram at The Bright Side Girl, because I'll be posting some in my stories on there as well. Again, you can pick and choose which badges you want to do. I have graphics for all of the badges, all of the Instagram challenges, for currently listening, currently reading, all the stuff like I normally do. But I also have the badges individually so that you can download them and add them to things if you want to, like on your stories or in a Canva design. So you'll have them this way and also individually like I've been showing. Have an empty badge page so you can kind of add which badges you've earned for the readathon. So next up are the physical badges. So these are all going to be the same reading challenges from last year plus one extra one. And then next year I might add another set. So hit me up with all your ideas down below. So the first badge is to read outside. Again, you can do this for 5 minutes. You can do it for 3 hours. You can go sit on a porch. You can go to a park, whatever works for you. The next badge is to have picnic. So again, just some kind of outside eating situation. You can do this on the back of a truck. You can do this at a park. You can do this at a picnic table, on the grass, whatever you want. The next challenge is to go on a hike. And you guys, hiking is really just walking for the most part. There's not really that much of a difference. It just sounds more fun to say. Again, you can do this outside. You can do this on a treadmill. You can do this at a park. You can do it for 2 minutes. You can do it for 2 hours, whatever works for you. The point is just kind of keep us moving and limber and taking care of ourselves. The next physical badge is to make a spring treat. You can also buy a spring treat if you want to. So we're thinking spring foods. I'll even accept summer foods if you want. Kind of interpret this how you want. There are many different ways you can do this, so whatever works for you. Next reading badge is to go to a park. Again, you can do this for 2 minutes. You can do this for 1 hour, whatever works for you. Preferably a new park that you haven't been to if you have that option, but you can also combine this with your reading outside and going on a walk, all those different kinds of things. And then the last reading badge is to do an outside activity. Again, you can combine this with your reading outside or going to a park. Another option is to go to the zoo or an outdoor museum, even like an outdoor mall. You can go to a dog park. You could take your kids on a nature walk where they collect something. So they could collect certain types of leaves, or they could collect certain types of stones, or you could have them look for certain types of birds, and also do like geocaching, which is really fun. I hope to talk about that more on my channel. I haven't done it in probably 9 years, but I think we're going to do it for Hikeathon. I'm really excited. This is like a whole underground world where people hide different treasures, and there's an app that you can get and you can go and find them like on your walks and things. That's really fun. Sometimes different cities will also set up scavenger hunts that you can do via apps and things, where you'll go around to different places and find things and check them off on your phone. So there's lots of different outdoor activities that you can do. Going to a garden center. This one should be pretty easy and really fun. Again, you can download all of these graphics. I have the link down below, along with a lot of other recommendation videos and all the information you need to know for the readathon. We will have 15 days of photo challenges on Instagram. You don't have to do these to participate, but it does make it really fun. I feel like this readathon in particular is one of the easiest to take photos for, because you can just go outside for like 2 seconds and hold a book up. I like to take my photos and schedule them in advance. Not all of them. I leave room in case we're doing some cool activities that I want to take pictures of, but I like to take a few of them in advance and schedule them on Instagram so that I can focus on reading and doing the other challenges during the readathon and commenting with you guys. It's a really good way to make friends on Instagram as well. Make sure you use the hashtag Hikeathon but also tag me in your photos to make sure I see them, because they will get entered into a giveaway. This giveaway is for US only. Shipping's a little too expensive, but I have some gently used books and Hikeathon themed goodies. There should be 2 giveaways depending on how many people participate, 1 per week, and it's really, really fun. And my giveaways are kind of small, so if you enter, your chances of winning are a lot higher than you think, because we usually have less than 50 people per readathon, and I would say closer to around 30. So your odds of winning are pretty high, and you don't have to do all of the photo challenges. You can pick 1 or 2. We have such a good time on Instagram, especially with the photo challenges. I share all of them to my stories. If you post a photo and you see that I haven't shared it in like a day or 2, go ahead and send it to me in a DM so that I can make sure to share it if you want me to, because I like everybody to see them, and it also will make sure to get you entered into the giveaway. For the photo challenges, I highly recommend that you use your local library. I will go sometimes to the library and just look for books, meet certain photo challenges in case I don't have them, or you can also use Libby and just leave the cover up on your phone and do a picture that way. You do not have to purchase books to take pictures of them. There are lots of different ways to get books for free, which is really, really good. Make sure to also check out the links for the Hikeathon Spotify playlist. We have so many fun nature-y themed songs on there. And I also have some Hikeathon like nature hiking themed ambiances as well in case you don't want to go outside. They're perfect to put on while you're reading like a fun survival nature read type of book as well. All of that again is down below. Be sure and check out my how to do a readathon video that I will link down below. This has all the tips and tricks for having the best time during the readathon, which is kind of the point of my readathons, is just to have fun and kind of immerse yourself in the theme. I will be vlogging, like I said, and posting every 2 to 3 days. I'll be going to new trails and doing a lot of Hikeathon spring activities. I just love being immersed in the theme, and I love this time of year because it's full on spring, almost summer mode. Okay, you guys, I think that is everything that I wanted to share. I think that's all the information that you need, minus everything down the description. Stay tuned for a lot of Hikeathon themed videos coming your way. I'm going to try to do 2 to 3 recommendation videos, a haul, and a TBR. We have about 3 weeks until the readathon starts, so hopefully I can get all of those in. I plan on doing some shorts and reels as well, because I think this is my favorite readathon that we do every year, and last year I had so much fun with all of you. We had a lot of new people joining, and I think it's one of the most unique readathons as well, so don't be intimidated by it. You can pick and choose however you want to do it like normal. So be sure and follow me on Instagram at The Bright Side Girl, because there's so many fun things happening over there. Don't forget to hit subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time on The Bright Side.